Welcome back, folks. You're listening to News Radio 1000 KTOK, and this is Dr. Dan Solloway, Ph.D. in nutrition. Been doing this since March of 1997. Can you believe that? I can't. But anyway, I was just a kid. I was only 50 years old. Never thought I would say 50 years old as a kid, but now it feels that way. But anyway, and I have Jake Chillicote with me, and he's with CBD Plus USA. That's important. Because when you look it up, you go cbdplususa.com, and that's going to tell you all the places they are, all the stores, and there will be a store within a mile probably of where you live. There's that many. And how many do you have here in Oklahoma City, Jake?
We've got 35 locations open as of right now, and then we have just recently our first two out of state opened up in Tennessee. We've got some coming in Tennessee, North Carolina, Texas, Arkansas.
Wow.
They're coming along. So we're from Oklahoma. We're going to be a nationwide company here real soon, and we're excited about that.
You have one in Nashville?
Not Nashville. The 10 that we have going in that area are surrounding the Knoxville area.
Okay. I just have an old girlfriend in Nashville, just thinking about that. She's from here. Yeah, used to be Miss Midwest City years ago. But anyway, I don't. Sidebar. Sorry, folks.
Now you have a reason to go see her.
Yeah, well, I wanted to go take the product actually because one of the things that CBD is known for, and I know you guys are looking at doing more in-depth research in this, is for stress, post-traumatic stress, and there are always times in our life. I mean, I went through a couple of different times I can think of in my life that I was under a lot of stress. Just feel like you're out there. In the ocean, treading water, trying to keep your head above water. And when you do that, folks, and you start producing the stress hormones, it eats up brain cells, represses your immune system, can make you fat, depressed. You can't sleep right. You can't get the right rhythms of sleep. All kinds of things. You'll feel inflammation throughout your body if that stress is not controlled. So what have you found personally, and what have you found with people on stress?
Yeah, and we've seen a handful of studies that really show that CBD is a promising treatment for stress, OCD, PTSD, those neurological and mood and behavioral types of disorders. But for me personally, I didn't even know that I had stress and anxiety. I remember I was on a 100% commission sales job. And
That'll get you.
The first time that I remember feeling this tightness in my chest after about 6 months of doing that job, and I guess I just got used to that. But then I took CBD for the first time, and I felt that tension just go away. And I was blown away because I didn't even know that I had that, let alone that it was affecting me in the way that it was. I just got used to it. And so whenever I took the CBD, it was just all that tension and stress, that anxiety that I didn't really even realize that I had just kind of flushed away in just a few minutes.
When he's talking about that, folks, that can be the tightening of the arteries of the blood vessels. And if you're someone that's walking around with plaque, Jake is very young, but if you're talking about someone that has plaque buildup in the artery and you're constricting that blood vessel, you're creating blood pressure that can break that off and cause a stroke or heart attack. It's very, very important to control stress. You don't realize high blood pressure and stress. You put the stress can bring on high blood pressure, but if you have a hardening of the arteries and you have stress, you're in a dangerous situation. Now, I don't know how long you stayed with that job, but I bet your sales performance went up as the stress went down.
Well, I didn't have that job whenever I was taking CBD.
Oh, okay.
But whenever I left that job to start one of the first CBD Plus USA stores, is when I started taking the tinctures on a regular basis and really having that CBD in my system all the time, and it just flushed it away. And you would think that going out on a limb and jumping off, starting your own business, you're going to be the most stressed, but that was the most relaxed and peaceful, and it helped me really make a lot of good decisions that now looking back is like, man, if I had too much stress, I wouldn't have been able to make the decisions, and I probably would have chose to make the easier decision because my stress levels were too high.
I've noticed the same thing. There was a time right now. It's a pretty good time in my life, but I had an older brother that died. I had a number of different things that happened. Had a bunch. My sponsors that used to own the health food center died. Another friend of mine that was a major sponsor died of the radio show. I missed both of them, and I also was affected tremendously business wise. And so I started noticing when I was starting to take CBD oil that hey, I still have the same problem, but it's not bothering me. And that then you can think clearly. Then you can start solving the problem. But when you're feel that boulder on your shoulders and you feel like you're carrying that around, you can't think rationally like you normally would when the mind relaxes.
Mm-hmm. One to touch on one of your hot buttons is you call it meditation in a bottle,
Yeah,
and
that is.
very very much is for me in a lot of senses is what it does whenever you're anxious or you have OCD, you have PTSD, is you have this other yammering voice that's just gnawing on you all the time, and there's a term for it in Buddhism, in the Bible it talks about
I call it the chattering mind.
yeah, be still and know that I'm God. It's that, hey, just relax, don't listen to the outside, the fiery darts, if you will. But it eliminates those. So whenever you do have the anxiety, you can just let that kind of fade away, and then you can focus on the one true voice that's really you, and trust. And so it calms you down. It enables you to react to your own cognitive thoughts rather than that other voice that's coming in and telling you what to do, and the fear mongering that it does for you.
Very, very good point, Jake, because as some of you know, I have 11 patents in the exercise field, 22 foreign patents. If I had the money, I have about 30 other ideas that I'm sitting on, and I do a lot of artwork and all that. The inventions come when the mind's quiet. The ideas, a lot of times you didn't come up with it. You just listened and it popped up. I like to say, oh, I just reasoned through all of it. Doesn't work that way. The mind goes quiet, and then when you're not expecting it all, you go, oh, that's a great idea.
And you're exactly right. Most of the time, our best business decisions are made whenever we're sitting around trying products. And it's not because we're getting high. These products don't do that for you, but it calms you down. It improves your cognitive function where you can really dial it in.
I bet if we could and we can measure it, see if it turns on alpha waves. And
I'm sure.
Now, how do people get a hold of you?
CBDplususa.com. Again, that's CBDplususa.com. Spell out plus. You can find us there, look at our locations, or Google Maps that CBD Plus.
I appreciate it, Jake. Great story. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.